You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back. Shit. You ain't gonna make it. You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat him in the...
Hello. Man, come on, Andy. Get up here. I know you're up. Sorry, buddy. I'm using your channel, too. But, yeah. Hi, Brandy. Yeah. This past weekend, I found out the cops over here, pretty much all the city government went fully encrypted on their radio system, trying to claim officer safety, and that teen juveniles that do the shootings are spreading it around social media, which we all know is BS. There is no such thing as officer safety. So yeah, now I'm gonna go start a fight with the city and county government, because I'm not the only one that's ticked off with it. There's a bunch of people in this town that are pissed that they went encrypted. I think they should have left the main dispatch channel unencrypted, because I don't. The sheriff's put a web page out there over here, but it's only going to get updated twice. That ain't how that shit works. I'm sorry. There was a case back in the late 70s where news agencies sued the LAPD when they went encrypted on analog back in the day. And the judge told LAPD, either you hand over a police radio that can't transmit, or you open the frequencies again, because the public has a right to know. So I think the city needs to realize that the people aren't going to take this crap, that they need to be more transparent and reopen them, or at least a main dispatch channel. That's why you have TAC channels. That's what usually why when you set up a radio system, you have 10 or 15 other channels, and you send the traffic over there and just leave a main dispatch open. Yeah, I'm pissed. Oh, the city over here went fully encrypted with everything. All their public safety channels are encrypted, and even their city and county channels for road maintenance and stuff, they went ahead and encrypted it. Right now they're on phase 1, but once it goes to phase 2, you're not going to get any information out of them. And there were a lot of people that actually liked it when it was open because we had scanner groups that would post the stuff to notify the public, saying, "Hey, this is going on in such and such area. Be careful." But the public safety director's saying, "Oh, it's because the kids are shooting up guns and stuff, and it's for officer safety." It's like, oh my god. Chicago's been encrypted, I want to say, for the last 10, 15 years. Majority of their channels. I think they finally just last year or the year before last put patrol over to encryption. And it's like, it's not an officer safety thing. And it's not going to stop crime. Yeah. But by the FCC, anything across the radio waves is public information. Technically, I don't even think anybody's supposed to be using encryption, period. Commercial or amateur, or anyone in between that is supposed to be technically using encryption. I know it's really frowned upon in the hams if people were to encrypt their repeaters. Oh yeah, it's definitely they're trying to hide shit because uh last year a cop raped a homeless woman in a storage facility here. Yeah, exactly. They don't want us to know. But yeah, no, we had a cop that raped a homeless woman, beat the living crap out of her. They just fired him like 2, 3 months ago. But yet, then you have the Owensboro police chief is racist as a piece of shit that he is. I don't care. He is. Because he had another officer that was calling one of his exes the N word. So they let him resign before they fired him. And then the sheriff's picked his ass up. And it's like these departments are racist as hell over here. So I'm going to go start bitching at the city council and county commissioners and the judge execs over here to get them to reopen the scanner feeds. Because they know they can get away with it. That's why they do this shit. Honestly, I would love for all the officers here, including the sheriff's deputies, to have to take psych evals with an independent psychologist from a whole nother state that's not on their payroll. Because I don't think half of these officers should even be carrying guns, let alone be police. So yeah, so I'm debating on going out in front of City Hall and protesting them and going to the city and county commission meetings. Yeah, I don't. I honestly, I don't believe like psych eval should be done with any licensed therapist within 200 miles of that agency. I think it should be somebody brought in from a whole nother state, because a lot of these doctors are on the damn payroll of law enforcement. I think independent psychologists need to come in and do their psyche evals. Yeah, it's like, and it's like, who cares if these kids are using the scanner groups and making fun of their crimes on their social media? To me, honestly, that's a good thing, because it means you can catch them faster. You have these kids going to the scanner group saying, "Oh yeah, I'm the one that done that," and posting it to their friends' Facebook pages. To me, that's a good thing, because now you have a confession without ever talking to them. Yeah. Oh, come on, Andy. I know you're around. Oh, who's Dr. Phil? Me? I mean, how they grab about the juvenile crime levels. That has nothing to do with if they're listening to a scanner or not. It's the stupid justice system over here not doing their job. The way I see it, if a kid uses a gun in a crime, charge him as an adult. But that and change the Eighth Amendment for juvenile offenders. Because these kids know they can go do this stupid shit. They'll be out of juvie within anywhere from 24 hours to maybe 3 to 6 months. They don't care. Yeah, I agree. They become an adult like that. I mean, hell, Texas. This is why I like Texas, because they don't play around with juvenile offenders and firearms. Firearms are used in a commission of a crime, or they get caught in possession of one in a commission of a crime. They keep their asses locked up in juvie. Doesn't matter if they work that program or not. They're not getting out until the judge says they're getting out. I think that's what it needs to be here. To me, I don't think it's cruel and unusual to keep them in juvie. At least if with weapons involved. Violent crimes, no, I don't see nothing wrong with keeping them in there. But oh god, because with so many stupid civil rights cases with the Supreme Court on Eighth Amendment violations of juveniles, you got to be careful with what you do. I don't know if that would happen now with who we have in the Supreme Court. Because I think a lot of them do want to curb a lot of the mass shootings, but it's going to take a whole entire reform of the justice system to do it. Yeah, I'm not sure how it is over in Indiana, even though all I gotta do is go right across the river to Indiana. I mean, I've heard horror stories out of Vanderburgh and Warwick County with the cops. But if it ain't like Warwick, Spencer, Vandenberg, and Perry counties, I really don't know anything else about Indiana. No, I bet. Yeah. I mean, Kentucky did do what a good thing with House Bill 5. The only thing I hate that they put in there is criminalizing the homeless, but they ended up creating a three-strike law here for violent crimes, which I actually believe everywhere there should be a three-strike law on violent crime. If you can't function in society, you shouldn't be let out of prison. Um, I got to keep watching the news for the next 2 to 3 weeks and see what the Supreme Court rules on the city of Grant Pass versus Johnson, and see if they roll that unconstitutional and that it's cruel and unusual punishment to criminalize the homeless, so we can start something here, get Kentucky to overturn that part of House Bill 5. But come on, Andy. I know you're up. It's just when is when is enough with this? I mean, I'm almost to the point of saying redressing our government went out the door a long time ago, and now it's time to make them fear the American people, because obviously they don't fear us. They don't want to listen to us, but yet they want us to be able to redress them, but yet they don't listen to the redresses and grievances that the people are saying. Maybe that era is over, and now it's an era of we're going to force you to listen one way or the other. Because it seems like lately, when these First Amendment auditors tell people to redress their government and put up phone numbers to police stations, city halls, now they're getting arrested for interference of governmental operations or some stupid terrorism charge. When I don't see how that is interfering with governmental operations or a terrorism charge. when the people have the right to redress the government. Exactly. The tree of liberty is dry. I really believe it is time for patriot and tyrannical blood to be spilt to cleanse the tree of liberty. Yeah, I don't know where Indy is right now. I'm trying to get him to come up on panel. I'm just borrowing his channel too. And, and I think it's time for patriots to rise up and get this government to fear the American people before it's too late. I don't think it'll ever be too late, but I think needs to happen. I think our parents' generation screwed a lot of us over by not fixing this years ago. The ones that are going to end up suffering if we don't fix it now, it's going to be my kids' kids, and probably their kids' kids. Nuggy, what are you doing? Go. Nuggy, go. Yeah, the federal taxes and the Federal Reserve. When they created the Federal Reserve, which ended up enacting the federal taxes. Honestly, I don't even think our government's even the ones running the United States. It's like J.P. Morgan's, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the high up elites that actually run this country. Because if stuff I've seen about the Titanic is true, where these elites were supposed to be on the Titanic but got off before the Titanic sailed because they were supposed to have a meeting on there about the Federal Reserve. They left before the Titanic and left the other ones that opposed the Federal Reserve. I think they're the ones that actually control us. Yeah, Soros. I think there's like 29 families that actually control the world government. And the Clintons and the Gates were part of that. Come on, Andy. I know you're up. Maybe. Stupid algorithms. YouTube. I wonder if I can go. Come on. Nope. Thought I could. Yeah, what's up, Four Corners? Yeah, I saw what Farmington's doing to you, and that's horse shit. Four Corners. Taking warrants out on you just because you have interactions with law enforcement. That's bullshit. All our law enforcement's been turned into tyrants. Yeah, I think our government's weaponizing everything because they don't want transparency. It seems like. I mean, look what they did to Alex Jones, Owen Schroyer, uh, the Rogers guy, Stone Rogers, or Roger Stone, or anybody that tries to get transparency and put the truth out there. They're trying to find a way to lock up. I mean, hell, Eric Brandt's doing 12 years for hopes and prayers that tyrants would have died. I want to give it too much longer before they start putting every patriot or anybody that speaks out about the government in prison or re-education camps. Oh, so's mine. I fly mine upside down because this country is in distress. I mean, hell, technically we have a war on the southern border. Should be considered an act of war with all these other countries. I'm glad a jury in Arizona hung themselves for a guy that ended up shooting illegals on his property. And I just hope the state of Arizona don't try to re-prosecute. To me, what he did was within the eyes of the law. He has every right to defend his property. But it seems right now, if you can get charged for defending your property, then obviously, for some reason, obviously, we don't actually own our property then if we're not allowed to defend it. I mean, the United States is being taken over. Because what I don't get it with a lot of the Democrats in D.C. thinking that it's okay to jump a border and nothing should happen to you. But if I was to go try to jump the border in any other country, I'm going to jail and then getting deported back to the original country. Yeah, honestly, I'd keep letting Farmington, New Mexico keep doing the shit because all they're doing is proving a 241, 242 civil rights violation case easy. I know. If I was to go down even to the Mexico border, yeah, I'm getting shot by the federales or put in prison. But yet they think they can do it here. There was one senator when they were talking about it in a committee sitting there saying that there should be no difference in taking their kids away from them coming into the United States because it's no different if somebody was to go rob a gas station or a bank with their kids or driving drunk, they're going to be separated from their kids. I know. I wish the United States would go back to where people could be proud of being an American. The way I see it, I really do believe we got to start creating new mental hospitals, put a lot of these crazy fucks that think they can be a damn season if they want to, and put them in there. I mean, I believe people have a right to express themselves, but at the same time, where does freedom of expression stop before mental illness starts? Yeah, yeah. I mean, with my daughter, they tried to separate us, claiming, "Oh, my wife was on meth." My wife don't even know what the hell meth is. Never done it's all about money with the government and all these governmental agencies. How much money can we steal from the people and keep them poor? Well, that works too. But how? I mean, it didn't help when TLC started with the whole "I am jazz" shit to push the whole transgender shit into the public eye. And now it's like, oh, if I can feel like I'm a woman, maybe I can feel like I'm a flower. Problem is, the ones that felt like they were flowers back in the 60s, weren't they called hippies for a reason? Because they loved to be with nature and wanted to be free. The whole flower power from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Yeah. I think everywhere they need to start favoring the citizens again. I honestly believe the government back in the 2000s started getting scared of the American people. That's why 9/11 happened. And then back in 2019, they had to create the pandemic to get everybody back into check. And it's sad to still see people running around with masks on. It's like, come on, people. If you're going to get sick, you're going to get sick. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. There's no stopping it. Everybody has a clock. Yeah. But I'm going to get off here, y'all. End up probably going live some here later on. Night, y'all.